What to do, people? It's Hero of the Streets here with my review of Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 145. Now, that was a heavy chapter. It was question time with Tengen and we got a lot of questions answered. So yeah, let's get into it. First off, turns out now we know the name behind the brain. It's Kenjaku. Now, Kenjaku was a sorcerer from like 1,000 years ago, and his curse technique is barriers, and he's very proficient in it, only second to Tengen. So Tengen's obviously worried about the fact that Kenjaku would eventually break his barrier, but there's more to it. Now, Tengen hasn't actually been in a new vessel for a long time, so he's been evolving for like 11 years since hidden inventory basically. And since then his form has changed. He has now gotten a composition which is more akin to a curse than a human. And because he's now also more connected to heaven and earth as well, he's there but not there. My proxy thing was confirmed, by the way, pretty much. But essentially what we got now is a situation where, seeing as Kenjaku is inside Geto's body, there's a possibility that Tengen can get taken by Geto Kenjaku because of that cursed spirit manipulation ability. And that's obviously dangerous. Now, obviously pandemonium can occur when shit hits the fan and things go left. It's to be expected. That's just like the threat level of the story. That's what's going on. One thing I will say though, which is a question of mine, please let me know what you think, but if it took that amount of years for Tengen to end up looking like this, because usually ask the question, now if it took that long for Tengen to look like that, he got 4 eyes, and he looks like a farm minute, that's what I was saying. Could Sukuna be someone similar to Tengen? Not necessarily related to, but someone who has lasted longer, because I swear he got 4 eyes and he got like hella arms, like 4 arms, that's why there's like 20 fingers out there. So maybe Sukuna is an entity similar to Tengen, and he went through a long evolution which led him to become less like a human and more like a curse. And that's why he is what he is today. That's my first question. Now, my second question is, I wonder what Sukuna is thinking after hearing all of this information. Cause, boy, that's a lot. Now, hopefully, they don't say, okay, now let's go out and do what we gotta do. We got all the information we need. Cause really and truly, Yuji could have just asked Tengen, like, yo, what's Geto's plan with Sukuna? What is, well, Kenjaku's plan? What's Sukuna's plan with Megumi? And I don't even know what else, but boy, a lot more bases could be covered right now when you're going to the guy with all the answers. Like, it would have been cleared. And I know he'll probably say some nonsense about, oh, I can't read hearts. But boy, you already answered some whys, just not the second why after that. So yeah, Tengen can answer those questions. Now it makes sense that Kenjaku switched to sealing rather than getting rid of the 6 eyes, because really and truly there's been so many instances and stories where it's just like, this person's so difficult to kill, this person's so difficult to get rid of, but hey, we can seal them in a child that now turns, for example, stuff like that. Like, it can get long for man, isn't it? So you seal them, makes sense. Now when it comes to the black rope, pretty sure Miguel's the dude with the headpiece that I mentioned before in my reaction, but he was in Tokyo Metropolitan Technical School, the prequel to Jujutsu Kaisen, and he had a black rope which he says that took many years to weave, and that was just one. The chances are is that it's not impossible to make, but with the time constraints, they ain't got the time for that. So it's pretty much something they can't do. Now, the inverted spear of heaven, I mean, Toji Zenin really put it to good use. Like, he clotted Gojo's fight for whatever reason. But aside from that, I mean, it wasn't destroyed. It's probably gone off overseas in it. And with that, they don't have the time to wait again. So now they have to lean on the angel who can terminate Castanis. So like, she's definitely involved with the rules that are in place already. Now, my last thing for this review is this. If you think about it, most likely Yuji got the most points. What if they just spam killing Yuji, Yuta revives him, spam kill Yuji, do that cycle? accrue bear points, and then go to the game master like, yo, we got bears. There's a loophole in the system. Simple. Less conflict. Put in bear rules to the game, and there you go. Something has gone down, and things are more in their favor, or at least more level. So yeah, they probably ain't gonna do that because that's just not how stories go. But yeah, that's my review for Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 145. If you guys like it as usual, please, oh please, like, comment, and subscribe. It will really help. And yeah, I'll catch you all later. Adios.